In today's episode, I'm delighted to be joined by Giorgio Koppehele. Since 2018, Giorgio has been the CEO of Magic Horizons. Magic Horizons is a company building a global platform for stress reduction, patient calming, anxiety reduction, and mental health in virtual reality. How do they do this, you ask? They do this through offering a unique combination of elaborately produced 360-degree environments in 3D, calming music, modern virtual reality technology, and relaxing virtual worlds for VR headsets. With that, welcome, Giorgio, and thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me here.
So, like all of our guests, I'd like to ask how you got into this virtual reality technology and to Magic Horizons.
Yeah, we've been quite a while, my brother Martin and me, our team in immersive media. We created 3D Blu-rays, Dolby Atmos sound, 360 planetarium shows, mainly with very relaxing content. And a lot of our customers in past times said, wow, this is amazing, but I don't have a home studio or a planetarium or a Dolby cinema in my home. And in 2018, we got in contact with VR glasses, and there we saw instantly the future. This is your cinema at home. This is your planetarium at home. However less space you have, you can use it in 10 square meters and teleport you in a landscape of 1,000. So we saw the potential, and that's the date where we founded Magic Horizons in 2018. And that's where all started. So we came from the technologies before, and we thought it might be useful that experienced multimedia, immersive media producers jump on virtual reality for good, for relaxation, stress reduction, and calming.
Okay, so you went from Blu-ray and Dolby Atmos. What were the challenges that you found? Because, building this into virtual reality must have been quite a big step.
Yeah, it was a big step because when we do something, we do it holistic. And when we started Magic Horizons, we just didn't want to be just a relaxation app. We wanted to integrate nature. So to film real nature, we had some experience in the past. In virtual reality is quite a challenging task. You have to fly, travel the world, bring the best cameras. It has to be absolutely good weather, no rain, no snow. So this is one part, the real nature, but we wanted to go beyond. So we wanted to have CGI computer-generated images, which we did with our partners in Spain as well in our past, but now in a 3D and stereoscopic world, which is believable from the dimensions, from the height, from the distances. And all should be with scientific research. So we joined with Humboldt University here in Germany, who did a first study. What is good VR? So no motion sickness, no fear of heights. This is very important that we have the benefits. There's a lot of errors still in virtual reality. It's like show effects. So you are on an airplane, which makes some loopings, but you are seated. And your inner ear says, there's something totally different to my side. And a lot of people get motion sickness. And this is kind of a showstopper. So the VR community, may it be Magic Horizons with our specific relaxation and stress reduction, or collaboration or training, should take care how is the perception. So we took care about this as well. And then we went beyond nature. We have real CGI animations. We have interactive brain training. Again, we had to work with our team very hard to do a number training in 3D, 360, or a kinesiology exercises, which make sense on a scientific basis. So we are always in the magic triangle between resources of manpower, money, and time, which every VR company has, scientific advice, what is allowed, what not, and finally, the applications which should go beyond. We still put a little brick in our face, so the world has to be 10x more sophisticated that you go there on a recurring usage. So the design, the look and feel of the visuals and our own binaural audio has to be very high quality that people say, oh, I love being there. This helps me to cope with the stress of life. If I go in Magic Horizons like 2 times a week for 10, 15 minutes, this helps me to cope with the stress. This is very ambitious and challenging. But on the other hand, we will talk about customers and opportunities later. This holistic approach offers us much more opportunities than just one vertical.
You just explained the whole triangle of unique features, unique items. So where does it actually differentiate itself the most? So is it the motion sickness that's completely organized out of it? The fact that you guys are using science to ensure it's effective? Where does Magic Horizons make the biggest difference then?
I think the biggest difference is that it's all in one app. So if you speak about mental health, there are some vendors around, some go only for elderly care. We are also in the vertical of elderly care. But we also have the big vertical of employee well-being. So elderlies love green, like green mountains, very calm, real nature. But in employee well-being, you also have to gain energy between two Teams or Zoom meetings or physical meetings. You can go on your smartphone and make more and more emails, but your brain gets more and more information. Or you have between meeting 4 and 5, and meeting 5 is the most important meeting in your life, you can go there and relax on Mars and gain new energy, or go to alpha waves binaural beats, or do some a gorge walk, which gives not only relaxation, we range from deep relaxation before sleep, gaining energy, up to new energy, new mental resilience. We have the feeling that companies, and we are strictly B2B still at the moment, who buy our solutions in our subscription models are not going to say, okay, meditations I buy from vendor A, real nature from B, exercises from C, CGI, fantasy trips from D, sleeping aids from E. Either it's in one app or they're not going to jump on it and say, okay, we can use our smartphone apps or something else. So we still have to see that virtual reality is now on a good way. We all hear the metaverse buzzwords and people change opinions, but still it's a way to go. And at least, and when we speak with companies, they ask every day, how do you differentiate? What are the USPs? Again, it's a magical triangle of holistic. We have a super wide range, integrated training plans, playlists, very sophisticated user interface. So you have different ways to go there. We don't leave the customer alone. Here's some apps, be happy. We have dedicated training plans or playlists or user playlists for elderly. So we have different ways to showcase our content. And we have the scientific consultants, which most of our competitors don't have. We don't only work with Humboldt University, we also work with King's College London, NHS Cambridgeshire London, and the University of Southern California. And here we've very well-known doctors and research professors. And we are medical product class 1 CE certified since last year for medical use cases. So this triangle has the holistic, the beauty, the wide range, the scientific research, and a very sophisticated interface, which will cover all. And it's a constantly growing platform. And this is only possible because we produce all our content up to now, or mainly all our content ourselves, different audio layers, different visuals, and the platform itself. But we will open up, or we do at the moment, and we are also licensing third-party content if it fits to the quality approach we have.
Very, very interesting. So keeping along that, you said that you have the whole platform. How do you make sure that customers get fully through it? You say you have trainers, you have people who have or designated playlists. If I'm an elderly house or I'm looking for employee relaxation, how do I make sure that my employees get to the right content?
Exactly. This is as challenging as doing the most beautiful VR experiences in the world. So I'm head of content, and mainly with my team, I fight about every pixel, about every sharpness, about every resolution. In case we think of our space trips, relax on Mars, we have a very realistic feeling. Everybody can be like Elon Musk and visit Mars now and relax in our plant house or see the red planet. But on the other hand, we have real nature videos and Swiss mountains. And again, the color grading, the look and feel, we have different audio layers with music, without, with nature only, so you can customize. But to answer your question, this uses nothing if the people are like, I have no clue what to do. So we have 3 ways, or even 4 ways how to enter this content. The first one is very simple. We call it single applications. This is like a Netflix. Here we have specific rows: nature row, binaural audio row, dreams and meditations row, interactive. But it's up to the user. And this is used quite often by people who can self-operate. We have two devices, the Pico G2 for Friedhof, very good Friedhof device for passive relaxation. And now we switched from Pico Neo 2 to Neo 3. This has the same content plus interactive games. So at the time being, we work completely with Pico, and we use both devices. And we call the Pico G2 Easy Mobile because it's very easy. It has only one controller, and we programmed it. It's only one click away. So the only thing which you have to do is click, click, click. And if you don't use your index finger, Germans don't use it, I don't know why, you can press with the thumb on the touch button, and this is synchronized with trigger. So it's just one click away. So we are in a kiosk mode. You fire up the device, you're on a green lawn, and you see playlists, training plan, single applications, where you want to go. You click on it, you are either in the playlist, the training plan, or single applications, and you click and you go one level deeper and deeper. And if you click again inside an experience which is running, you see our menu, the audio layers. We have even floating menu and X buttons to close it. So it's very easy. It's just a one-click system. In case of the Neo 3 Premium Mobile, that's our high-class product, you have two controllers. It's a bit more sophisticated. We try to avoid using A and B buttons because this might be even too complex. So we have, again, in the sky floating M button for menu and X. We use as many symbols as possible. When it comes to playlists and elderly care, it works like this. We have playlists ranging due to a color code system from deep relaxation, that's green, calming is blue, up to gain your energy. So the nurse asks the patient or the elderly person, what do you want to see? Oh, I want to relax. So she starts the playlist deep relaxation. Then the playlist is logged in. She hands over the headset to the elderly person or the patient. They don't even get a controller. You just see a floating play button in our beautiful nature environment. So this person gazes, it's done by gaze control, and an automatic content system selects the appropriate experiences. And if this person in need of assistance is not even able to stare at the play button, the nurse can start it by clicking the trigger of the controller. And if the person says, oh, no, I don't like the first experience, a click is like skip forward. We did it like an old tape recorder. So we used elements of the analog world and put it in the digital world. And then we even have user playlists. So in this case, forest bathing, 1 week. Next week is all about oceans. Third week, all about Thailand. Fourth week, all about space or something like this. They can generate their own user playlist, store it, and same logic, put the headset on, no controller needed. And even if that's not working, we have a tablet mode, which remote controls the Pico G2. We have it only for the Easy Mobile because Premium Mobile is for self-driving and self-usage. And there you can see the experiences, see the remaining time. You can screencast it, you can change volume. We have for now German, English, and Chinese language. We have it seated, but we can decline the user by 1 degree. So if a person is lying, we can type in 37 degree, and then the whole horizon is shifted up. Otherwise, you would just look in the sky, which is in Magic Horizons always sunny and blue, but maybe a bit boring, and you maybe see some clouds. So this is a playlist. And the training plan is for people who use it themselves. It's always 2 experiences merged, blended together for a perfect 10 to maximum 50-minute deep relaxation. For example, again, we have the color code system about up to gaining new energy. In the Easy Mobile G2, we have 50 training units fitting for 1 year, and the larger one 80, but this is constantly growing. Here we combine, for example, in deep relaxation 1, Swiss Highland, Swiss mountains, 5 minutes, softest music, birds, nature sound, followed by delta waves, 1 hertz, with the slowest hertz, with the slowest music. So it's perfect 50 minutes before going to sleep. And this is a training unit. So in this case, visuals and audios are perfectly synchronized due to scientific research. So in the case of training plans, you don't have to think. You start week 1 with deep relaxation 1 and 2. Next week, you have calming 1 and deep relaxation 3. Fourth week, you have it with. So you just do 2 to 3 exercises and go through the list. And after 25 weeks, you restart. But we are working to make training plans for 2 times a week for a whole year. So we enlarge the experiences and make this combinations of 2 experiences on a visual and an audio level.
I imagine this is only really possible because of your background in audio, video, and this incredible creation.
Absolutely, because if you start now doing VR, let's say you're a dentist, I need some apps for distraction. Maybe you buy, you film. Okay, fine. You put them in a very easy Unity and in a simple play. Maybe it's working like this. Or you have a training in 360 for policemen. You have like 4 training videos, you put them in an environment, you have on audio, perfect. But what we do is a gym for your brain. And this is more relevant than a gym for your body because our brain is the most important muscle. So if you go to a gym and it smells bad, you have only 2 machines, you have no trainer, you have no sauna, you might do like this, like that, and then you quit. But if you have a high-class gym, you are welcomed by a trainer. You have your own plan. You get measurements. You can improve. You have a lot of machines, and you get a detailed explanation how the machines work. You might say, okay, this is doing good for me. I go there twice a week. And then you sell the subscription. You are happy, and the training facility is happy too because you are a subscribing customer. And I think this is very important. That's the reason why we repackage it. The Pico G2 or Neo 3 come with headphones for the bundle audio. We have a printed, very detailed guide, which took a lot of effort. I know 99% won't read it, but some people say, tell me more. What does this training unit consist of? So you have a list, you can watch it. You have a description of single experiences, of scientific background, a detailed instruction. In a nice printed booklet, we have a fast instructions, and we have even implemented in the classes an audio instruction. It does not start automatically. We started with automatic instruction, but people said, no, I know how to do it. It's getting on my nerves, but you can ask. And then the whole interface disappears, and then a smart voice explains you go there, you go there. So we have 3 levels of access, but it's so simple that most of our customers says, I unboxed it, I switched it on, I was in Magic Horizons, and I could follow it very, very easily. But you are right, this experience of audio layers, of complex interfaces, if things get complex in a certain way, doesn't have to be in virtual reality. Like a planetarium show or like programming Blu-rays with different audio layers, with different contents mixed together, then you have to have a certain experience not to fail.
So now going on to, you've talked about elderly homes, you talk about employee relaxation. Can you, I don't know if you're allowed to, could you talk about some clients and companies that are really using Magic Horizons and getting return on investments with it?
Yes. So we have Magic Horizons is a company which Martin and I funded in 2018, and we started with our own money, but we realized if we have this high aim of being holistic and one day being a global player, it needs a lot of money to get this quality, to get the team, to get the expertise, the studies. So we have investors, and they said, okay, finally, we are like digital aspirin. We can help everybody on Earth who's stressed out with digital access. But we are far away from a 360 metaverse, and we are far away that every household has glasses. So we had to focus on B2B. And the main verticals are care homes. Here we have Aloheim, Korean. These are huge change. Still, it's one house by one house, but we approach them. We are exhibiting now at the Altenpflegemesse in Essen. So we work with the Wir sind Altenpflege. This is a Verein. This is a connection of people. So we get access. We started now the very large vertical of employee well-being. People thinking, how are people coming back to work? what do we have to do? Do we have to rework offices and say there will be never 100% people back? 30% will be constantly in home office. So 30% of space is free. So we can build in relax lounges, or we can build specific recreation areas. And here we work with a lot of companies. We started with Deutsche Telekom, who licensed also for Magenta VR. We work with different customers. Companies like Uwix approached us now. So more and more companies find us. They do protect the people with physical glasses and physical protection outfits, but they are also thinking about mental outfits. So we want to join forces. Or we have another company where we develop a so-called relaxation booth. So if you have a huge company in a huge, large office, and there's no recreation area, people are not yet used to work in virtual reality. So one guy or girl puts on the headset and the other makes nonsense photos and nobody uses it. So in this, let's say, relaxed cat box, you book in with an Outlook calendar, you have a curtain, you have good air, you have a fixed installed Magic Horizons VR glass based on Pico VR glasses, rebuilt by Bernd Kabeltek with integrated headphones. On a permanent charging cable, you book in, you have a turning chair, and this is your time. Nobody disturbs you. You book in there for 50 minutes and you can relax. But also, we are offering in our boxes with headphone an easy to carry device, which you can take at home office, or if there are dedicated relax areas. So this is quite a huge vertical. And the third one we are also in is hospitals. So that's why we are medical products. So when you have an unpleasant treatment, you are full of anxiety, of stress, and the subjective pain level rises up. And that's where we have the medical CE certification. We can reduce this before, while, and after. And here we have the Schwabinger clinic here in Munich. And this is something where we can help kids with cancer. So if they have then examination, they get an injection, which is very painful, and they are not allowed to use sedation. So the doctor has to calm the kid like 10, 15 minutes. It's a waste of time. The kid is crying. What do? They get the Magic Horizons glasses. They spend some time on Mars. They swim with dolphins. They go to beaches. They are distracted. Patient is happy. Doctor saves time and is happy. This is quite evident. But we also had the chance invitation from the German Economy Ministry and the Bavarian to exhibit at Dubai Expo 2020 this year in the German pavilion. So we found a distributor for Dubai and MENA, and they bundle us Magic Horizons VR glasses with super elaborated relaxation chairs with program, and they call it the Deep Oasis system. Again, for care homes, for hospitals, or for people who are wealthy and want to have this Deep Oasis system in their relaxation sauna spa. So we see the verticals: elderly, employee well-being, and hospitals. These are our focus. But we also have connection into hospitality, into beauty. Even we have some golf clubs who buy Magic Horizons because golf playing people, you say, why are they stressed out? But these are mainly high performers. So their head is full and they are not fully focused. So they go in our worlds, relax, and then they have better results on the driving range. So but you're right, we are still a startup, so we have to focus on the main clusters. And all we learn and improve, we can offer for other verticals as well.
Well, first of all, that's amazing. And I'd like to say, I don't know if you can see, the listeners can't see, but I'm going to golf this afternoon at a golf tournament. So I could probably use that.
Yes.
But you laid on very nicely that you're still a startup and you're building out. What are then the future plans of Magic Horizons? So I understand the software can probably develop, then also the packages, the different types of relaxation booths. What are the future plans, if I may ask, or the roadmap?
Yeah, we have a quite specific roadmap. This depends always on next level on funding, how high the funding is, of course, because money is the glue to address the right people, to have the time, to have the resources. But our master plan is now We finished our major update. We finished now with tablet mode. We finished now with training plans. Then we had to port our build from Neo 2 to Neo 3. We had to adapt things. This is also near to finish. What we do now is move away from kiosk mode. Mainly our customers buy our subscription packages, which is the hardware, the software, the nice package all in one. And we have 1 and 2 year subscriptions. Then they return the devices and we deliver with newer devices. So customers who give us back a Neo 2 will receive a Neo 3, for example. The roadmap is to grow in the amount of experiences. That leads to an amount of much more training plans and playlists on one hand, to improve the user interface. So it was dentists who told us, make it possible to decline back to 1 degree. Or it was the care homes who said, oh, we would need user playlists or a tablet mode. Or it was the employee companies. So we have, I can't mention the name yet, a very big software company, a global player. We have a 12-month pilot with them starting quite soon in summer. We are very excited because this will a big rollout and we will see the results for people who had a kind of burnout and go back and they should have some little rest, or for people on site. So we will see the different use cases, and we work with our customers also on the sales tools. Like we are preparing a white paper for mental health, relaxation, and work 4.0 in the B2B metaverse. So we have to bring on a lot of data. We have new studies now with King's College ongoing on nurses in psychiatry. It's a specific kind of employee well-being. And for elderly with NHS Cambridgeshire who have a very early stage of dementia. And in the US, there were already studies that people with early stage dementia who forget in the short-term memory things, saying, I was yesterday in these Green Mountains. I want to go back because they are so colorful, especially in Magic Horizon, so beautiful from the music. So we can't triggering the short-term memory. Dementia is not able to be healed, but we can make the life simpler for the patients and for the staff, because people realize with dementia something is wrong and then they get aggressive. Why is something wrong? And this is also putting pressure on the staff. So expanding the amount of experience is one roadmap, expanding the experiences in themselves, the amount of training units, about playlists, the customers, especially in the field of employee well-being, which is a very huge field. It's a bit more complex to address them. A lot of departments have to say yes, tip the box. Ethic consultants, legal, data protection, there has to be a lot of tip the boxes, but it's much more scalable because they have hundreds of thousands of employees. And at least here in Germany, it's really alarming. Like 30% of all days of illness is not due to a cold, it's mental overflow. And in high-performing companies, it's even 40% plus. So these companies are really thinking, what can we do? How can we improve? And in Germany, every second person is afraid of getting a burnout one day, and one burnout costs 50 to 100,000 euros. And this was a research from Pronova Health Insurance in 2018. And now it ramped up due to COVID-19, which is still there, plus a war. So people have their daily life, they have their kids, they have parents, they have to high perform. And then the world is getting more and more uncertain. And then you get this permanent stream of emails, which puts you in a hamster wheel. And if you don't take your, not maybe daily, but 2 times a week, your time out, unless you are a Zen guru or practicing yoga, which is absolutely perfect, but a lot of people don't. So you wish for something, but not for a pill, which harms your body. We are not a glass of whiskey. It is really helping your mind without doing any damage. And I think this is a smart digital solution and can showcase what virtual reality, what is the real potential. I think virtual reality has still the problem, oh, it's for the young ones, it's for games. True, games is a driver, and I'm sure Meta, Facebook, Oculus, they have this B2C games. It's not my cup of tea. When we started in VR, we downloaded all zombie and monster shooters, and there, from my end, it's really horrible things. I don't think the world's need it. But if people want to play it, we are a free country. Everybody can do. But the use cases for work 4.0, like onboarding, training in VR, collaboration platforms like Arthur, Engage, Glue, and why not mental health? And if we have this in a headset, which the customer owns, so the customer is buying in large quantities headsets, and Magic Horizons, we are a pure software company, is just delivering the software, is also fine for us. But now we are in a kind of maybe even golden age of virtual reality. Then it's smart to have these good Pico VR devices and send soft and hardware. It's all installed, nothing to download, no hustle to download 40, 50, 60 gigabyte. Something is not working. It's in kiosk mode. You don't have to type in anything. You are there and the system is running. I think we have to do it very easy, an easy access that people get into VR and are really amazed by it.
Very nice. I think you even took the question out of my mouth. What would you like Magic Horizons to be known for in 5 years? You explained that perfectly. One question I know we do get quite often is, will Magic Horizons expand outside of the Pico in the future, or for now is the roadmap Pico in center?
To be honest, we don't know yet, because we all heard about Oculus and data restrictions, and here in Germany it's very hard. Of course, we are a software company. For now, we identified Pico as our best partner. We think it's very smart. The hardware layout, for example, the battery pack is in the back, so it fits much nicer. You can wear your own glasses under a headset. It has good resolution. We all want more resolution. We all want pancake lenses or smart sunglasses, but it's a bit like maybe a pre-iPhone moment. It's all there and the systems work. And we did not wait till a killer device came out. We can work with the devices. So at the moment, we are very happy. And especially in Germany, Picos are widely used. So that's the reason why we are offering very soon time encrypted licenses in case a customer has the Pico devices. Then it's a download package, and we can give a license by day. So we can give for 1 year or for 6 months. We can do it as accurate as 1 day. We work on this now, but we don't know what the future brings, of course, and what will happen if large companies are approaching us saying, we have device from vendor A, B, or C. Do you have a software package? And for us software companies, it's still a hard challenge, because we have platforms like Steam. But to be honest, if you go from an Oculus to a Pico or vice versa, and we did this, it's still a quite work, because it's still mobile devices. The newer ones have, of course, much stronger Snapdragon CPUs and GPUs, but still it's not a high-end PC station. So it's a lot of optimization. We don't have to forget, we have Android, we have Unity, we have the operating system of the Picos, we have the PUI, and we have the Magic Horizons frameworks, and then we have the single application. So if you see one video or do one game, in real time, it's like 4 metaverse layers working together. And a lot of time goes into error to avoid errors, because we want to be like a kind of Mercedes of virtual reality. So even myself, and we have 2 testers, if you have this huge platform and change here in the training plan something, it might cause a crash in the single application, and crash going to black. This is not an option in virtual reality, because what happens if the system crashes, people take off saying, why does it not work? Maybe they come back, maybe not. So in virtual reality, we have to work even harder on robust soft and hardware products. So we will see what the future brings, but for the time being, we are very happy, and we think the Neo 3 is quite new. It's a very good device with a lot of progress. Still some way to go, but it has improved with the last PUIs a lot in performance. Yeah, and it just came right in time. It seems to be kind of an industry standard.
Fantastic. So, Giorgio, to round off, where can our listeners and our audience find Magic Horizons, and how can they keep in contact and see what you're up to?
Yeah, of course, visit our webpage, www.magic-horizons.com. We have a magazine. It's a quite huge webpage. You see all the verticals, even more than I spoken about, because people find us and we want to try out which is this vertical interesting for us and how is the language of this vertical. We have a magazine, so you can see a lot of videos of use cases like the mentioned Expo 2020. We had hundreds of people all over the world, which made me very happy. And I just filmed with a GoPro and they just told us how they like it. So you see it in their eyes. And they came from all over the world, but you see also videos from care homes and other verticals. You learn more about the experiences we have, how we use it, about the hardware we use. So this is a good point. And from there, you can jump to social media like LinkedIn, Facebook, Amazon, Instagram, you name it. So when we have to say something interesting, we will publish there as well. So people can be always informed what we are up to.
Fantastic. Well, Giorgio, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. And we hope you all enjoyed the episode, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you very much.